All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We are live. We are live. Happy Thursday. Mm. And we are just 7 days from Turkey Day, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. I hope everybody out there is having a good Thursday, and I hope that you're having a very productive week and all of that good stuff. So today we are talking about the spiritual journey, ladies and gentlemen. And specifically, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my journey and because I had a thought about, man, I was going through my journey. I think it's a misconception, maybe from the Christian community that, when you say spiritual, there's an absence of God. Like we take God and, because some people nowadays in the new age, they like to say the universe, whatever that universe thing means to you. I don't really say that. That's just me personally, but I still say, I still say God. When I say God, the God of Isaac, Abraham, Joseph, Mary, Jesus, all that. So just to say for some of us that God is still very much so very prevalent within a journey. What's going on, folks? Morning, morning, morning. How's everyone doing out there? So, where you are with God, I'm not sure if you believe, if you don't. I don't debate. I don't get into that. This is not that kind of show. You might want to go walk up the street and knock on somebody else's door for that. I don't get into, I don't argue with people. I know what I know. I feel what I feel. And it is what it is. So yeah, but even within my journey, from like I'll say 2016, maybe to 2018, for like 2 years, I was wondering where God was, or where I stood with God, and you you go on these magnificent, miraculous journeys, and the spiritual journey, I would say, is very much so a journey of self discovery, because you're going to discover, rediscover some amazing things, about your journey and the spiritual, your journey in life, and so on and so on and so forth. And for like 2 years, I was like, man, where, because I wasn't really in, I wasn't like going to church around that time, and like all of these things, I had, I picked up like what was that, maybe 2016. I think I picked up tarot cards for the first time. And I was mess kind of dabbling with that a little bit. And then, I went to Oracle cards, and then around that time, my 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 natural or natural or supernatural, however you want to look at it, my natural or supernatural. This is your first time here, don't forget to follow. But my natural or supernatural gifts, started to take shape. And yeah, so my natural or supernatural gifts, started to take shape. And what within all of that, I didn't mean to send an invite. Within all that, and welcome everybody. Morning. Yeah, so within within all of that, I still, I still had to live this, I guess, quote unquote, normal life. Going to work and dealing with the everyday stuff. Family and outside society and all of that stuff. Um, that you that kind of goes along with this whole adulthood thing and all of that, and whatever. And with prayer, I learned about manifestation. And I mean, I knew about, like, meditation. And I think I when I was in massage therapy school, I did, like, I think they taught us like some yoga. What in the world? Your life is not for. Mm. This thing is weird. Mm. Hmm. That's interesting. So I just got a restriction on myself. You so I guess if you talk about God on here, it'll restrict you. I don't know. This thing is weird, man. But I've been I don't know. I've been hearing that though. Yeah, no, I've been hearing that. But just to let y'all know, I am on YouTube. So if y'all want to jump over there, all you have to do is go to the link in my bio on the link tree, go to the YouTube. The YouTube link is right there. So y'all can jump over there to YouTube because I don't know, might just shut this one down. I don't know, but I'll keep going. Yeah, so so um along the journey, let me see if I could I'm gonna stop this and start it back up again. Let's see. Yeah, still with y'all over there on the YouTube and Facebook. It's just hmm. Yeah, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, so along my journey, I was, trying to I was trying to figure out like where I stood and like all because all of this stuff was happening around me and I was, I was, how people say, how people like they'll hear noises. Like if you're by yourself in the house or wherever you live, and you like, if it's at night during the day, whatever, then you start hearing noises, and that'll most people that'll freak most people out. Like it really, really, really would. So hey, what's going on? Welcome back, y'all. So yeah, so that would, that would really and truly that would that would start to freak people out. And I rediscovered what ancestors were, like, and to see them, to see them in dreams, to see them like just like to see these shadows and to stuff, like noises started happening in the kitchen. Like seriously, like, they were really like they were in here like partying and getting rowdy. I was like, oh, okay, look, y'all gotta calm it down a little bit. Look, I get it. Y'all, I don't know if y'all, they need to practice on their end, just like I need to practice on my end. I understand that, but y'all need to like, just bring it down a little bit, man. That's cool, y'all here, and y'all want it to be known, but y'all just kind of mellow out a little bit, and they did, so they was like really in here like beating on the stove. It's like, dang, what y'all doing? Like for real, they would like be like they were really they would be in the kitchen and hey, morning everyone and welcome back. So yeah, so they would be in the kitchen like I haven't heard it in a while, but you know how they say, you have future ancestors, or like, I am not like, I'm not a I'm not a 5-star chef. I'm not a 5-star chef. And they'd like, they'd be like, beating on the stove. Like, I mean, hey, I'm trying to eat too, you know? Like for real. Like I'm out here trying to, I need to eat too. Like, if y'all would help me get these opportunities, and I'm not talking about like, yeah, working on. I'm talking about like the bigger stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Guess the like that Denzel Washington kind of money. Jay Z, Beyonce kind of stuff. Help me get there. And sure, look, y'all, I'll throw y'all a whole banquet just for y'all. Seriously. Yeah, and yeah, they will. Yeah, I was just, um, no. Yeah, they were like in here, right, yeah, they were like really in here, like really and truly like getting, like really getting rowdy. Like somebody. What's going on, ma'am? Yeah, the supernatural events are very interesting. So it goes like, it goes way beyond like, um goes way beyond just like cards and, crystals and all of that stuff. It's like when you really start to, like when you really start to like really feel it. um she said we'd be chilling and doing everything together. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are, like, you are, it's true, you are click tight. You really are. You really are click tight. And they will have your back. They will. And it's what I found out is that, it's like, if it was, most of the time, if it was good for your ancestors, it's good for you. And you'll figure. And sometimes it's, um more trial than error, I would say. It's better to go to them first and say, like, hey, and you'll feel it. You could, like, generally you can decipher from good and bad. Like if you hear or see something and you're like, oh, oh, hell no, and you just go the other way. You just like, like if something tells you, don't drive down there, or whatever, and it's like a really bad feeling, what we call bad. It's like you know what it is. But yeah, you really and truly are, it's like you really and truly are, click tight. And yeah, it was just that, they will vet for you. That word vet. They will go to bat for you on the other side. They will. And like like I say, you pour, your libations, and you give them stuff. And like for me, I go to the ocean, or just walk outside. If it's you generally you use what you have. If you sometimes your money may be a little funny, and I'm not talking about staying on the comedy stage telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? For real. So you may not be able to get all of this, because you could go in herbalism, and all of the stuff that you could use that for. And that goes into hoodoo. But I'm not, that's a whole nother subject, man, for another day. But yeah, so y'all become one, and that you're intertwined. So you'll start seeing them in dreams. And you'll start to feel them around you. Like, I was having this problem with this lady at work, this one supervisor. And I could tell the lady, she was very, Latino lady, white Latino lady. And I could tell that she was very racist. And so I went to go talk to them about it. Really, it was like two of them. I don't know. It was a weird situation being there. But anyway, so yeah, I went to go talk to them about it. So one day I was getting on the elevator. I think I was going down somewhere. But anyway, so I get on the elevator, and that lady saw me. She was like, said like, I don't know, said like the door was here and the elevator's like here. She peeked her head around the corner. She looked at me and she ran like she ran off. I don't know what she saw, but she saw something. She saw something that day, and I didn't have a problem with her. Uh, I didn't have a problem with her or the other lady because I was I think before I went to work that night, I think I called Shango and I called called Shango and Oya. When I tell you I went to work that was last year, I think. That last year, last year. Um, yeah, that was like kind of like the end of last year. And I went to work. When I tell you, I did not hear a peep from that lady. And there's people, people on the job. They get entitled with their titles and all that stuff until until you have to, so like they f around to find out. So no more calling them to that. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you want play. All right. And the cool stuff is like they'll do the heavy lifting because that's really all you have to do is like call them, and like the rest will be history. But yeah, so it's a lot of it's a lot of it's a lot of like intertwining. It really and truly is. So, my question was like, um, just the belief in what we learned in the church, and then the other spiritual stuff that would come like outside of the church that we start to learn. Yeah. So the other stuff, the other stuff that starts to materialize for us. So, and like learning all about these names, like or relearning all about these names, all about these traditions. These are things that our ancestors, so they like orishas, the loa, all of these, like the atrs, all of these things that they teach us, and our the things that we started here, like the different traditions of hoodoo, because from what I understand, it's different. There's just different parts of it in different parts of the country, and so on and so forth. So, but even with all of that, just with all of that, like the rediscovery, and that's why sometimes it just may be a thing of you figuring out exactly what you need and then just going to them, and then you know I know, like in the church, the word magic is taboo, but I don't use it like it's a Las Vegas show act, like I'm David Copperfield or somebody like that. But the spiritual, the righteous spiritual stuff, and there's of course there's the dark side of it that I don't naturally get too much into. There were uh, I was gifted a Ouija board, but that was when I was going through my comedic. It's like you go through, how like how many of us practice voodoo, we call it right, like what is it? Don't walk under a ladder or don't step on the crack, and all of that stuff, like for real. Yeah, so like don't step on a crack or don't I don't know, don't let a black cat walk in front of you. But now we know, like black cats are they're very protective, very from like they're very like comedic and all of that good stuff. So yeah, this thing is always doing something weird. But we learned that I've learned that we are the journey, we are the miracle, and that that we are very, very, very powerful, and that we are very unique, and of course, like that, like the saying goes, people um, people often fear what they don't understand, and I think that speaks volumes about our various cultures and our various lineages, because our culture, and our culture and our heritage and our lineages are stretched really through the annals of time, really and truly. The more they yeah the more the more they try to, let's just say, lighten our history up, the more we understand, like through things like the Hidden Color series, and and all of that stuff, the stuff that happened in Haiti, the more revolution in Europe, and just all of just the my mind is gonna blank, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But we, in a sense, we, those of us that walk the spiritual path, we need our ancestors. And if um yeah, very much, yeah, the hit, yeah, brilliant series. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the Hidden Color series, please do yourself a favor and go, check that out. It's probably, at this point, it's probably floating around the internet, but I think that was by Tariq Nasheed and a few other folks, masterful scholars, man, and history, just our history and world history. Very, very, very powerful. Like very powerful. Like learning, like watching that, learning those names of people in our history, our lineage that you can call on. Like a lot of us, we call our ancestors before we pick up the phone and call our regular family, and our ancestors will come way faster. Like if you like if you need a lot, like money for something, holidays, sometimes money get tight. You know how it goes, and so you call somebody in the family, and you're like, oh, hey, I'm short, $10 on the lay, or something, whatever, $10 on the lay bill. And they be like, dang, $10. Like you call your ancestors and ask them for for some assistance, and they'll come through, like they'll really powerfully come through for you. And that's the said the it's almost like the living and the dead switch places. It's almost like ancestors are alive, and there are a lot of dead people walking around here. And that's to me, that's very interesting. Just observations, powerful ones, but observations nonetheless. So but yeah, the journey is the journey is it's very ostentatious, and it's continuous, and you're you see stuff, you're going to meet people down here, they're going to teach you some stuff. um but I've always learned that there's a cutoff point, and sometimes with that, people get, I don't know, people get in their feelings and whatever. But sometimes when it's time to let it go, you got to let it go. That and we have to train ourselves. That's another part of the journey. Sometimes she said that's an interesting statement. Feel a message. Yeah. So sometimes we, when it's time to, when you see stuff wrapping up around you, like if you're I keep talking work. I guess that's because that's what most of us do anyway, is go to work. But when you go to work and you're like, man, something just feels different on this job, blah blah blah. And you feel like something's coming, and then you go in there, and whatever happens, and it's a big shift, and you just tell yourself you knew it up beforehand. You start planning for it, and you knew, like, this is probably gonna be your last week anyway, because you were about to because you had something else coming in, because you already they prepared you, they prepared you beforehand to let you know, don't get comfortable. Don't get, now um I'll still get like stuff like that, like messages that say, and it's not just messages in your dreams, like if your ears are ringing, or if you seeing, if you, yeah, very much so enlightenment. So if you see, um if you see, the messages around you. Sometimes you'll see like these little orbs, like if your if your ancestors or your guides really start to get active, something is about to shake, something is about to pop off, like really and truly. The important thing is being able to have that, because they I'm not gonna say that they don't care, but when they need to give you these messages, they need to give them to you, wherever you are. You're in a bathroom, if you're driving your car, you at work, you're in a business meeting, your ears start ringing. It's like an emergency. It's like your phone going off, and you like, who is this calling me? They know.
It's 9 o'clock.
Thank you, computer. It's like they know I am. They know I am in this meeting, and they calling my phone now. Yeah, because they need to, because this is pertinent information. They need to let you know. And if you're having issues with, your ears are ringing, you're like, man, what is it saying? What is it saying? It's saying like something is coming, and it's this information. Ask them to help you to decipher it. If you don't understand the messages, just ask them. That's all you got to do. Just ask them. You don't need to. You don't really need to go to anybody else, because you're the engine, you're the machine, you're the diesel, that you're their anchor for this side, and you are, they are powerful. You are more, what is that? Let me play that song by Neo. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Oh, okay, there we go. And they will send you messages of music. Just to say that, you're moving by yourself, or with them, you're a force. You're a force. Just like, when you see them, up north, the blinding snow, or the hurricanes that you around Florida. I don't know what's a Florida hurricane. Anyway, yeah, cool. So, yeah. So with that, just to let you know that, things are taking shape. Things are miraculously taking shape. Things are going to start to, in a sense, vanish right before your eyes. You're going to vanish right before people's eyes. Not that, not that nothing bad is going to happen, but you're moving to some. It's like, it's almost like there's a move. That there's a move coming. There's a move coming in your life to, telling you like, we call it shifts and all of that stuff like that. But there's a move. There's a very powerful move that's coming. You know, so it's like if they tell you like, okay, if you hear something that says, okay, this is like a spiritual thing. If you feel like something, a voice that says, start cleaning out your desk, and you're looking around like, did someone just say something? Like, no, that's spirit telling you to clean out your desk. They know, they know these are our messengers, and these are our guides. People, spirit, whatever. So that's just to let you know that something is coming. So you're moving. That's just what it is. That for sale sign, that for rent sign is about to be, that notification about to be put in the newspaper. So, you're moving to something better. You're moving to something better, something greater, so yeah. So it's like one, two, three. It's like connecting the dots for you. It's really and truly like connecting the dots. So water. So if this is a new home, new space, you're gonna be there for a while. So that's why, where you are now, don't get comfortable. But yeah, so you have saying like the clock is counting. The clock is counting. They're saying that it's that's that's way too many commercials. Mm, yeah, so the clock is really interestingly counting down. You're getting what you asked for. Again, may look a little different. That's cool, but it's not. So it's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger and better than what you just wanted, like, I just wish I just had transportation. You just wanted like something with wheels and a body and an engine and a battery, get you from whatever. But this is like fully loaded, customized, decked out. You know what I'm trying to say. So moving on from used to be's and what was and what could have been and all of that stuff. So that stuff is old now. That stuff is gone. New, like the board is about to be white clean. Really and truly, like for you, the board is really going to be white clean. I think you're Miss Wee. You might have a message on that later on, like the board being white clean. So if you're wondering, like, oh, why such and such don't call anymore? What's that? Then people not well. They might have a passing thought about you while you're thinking about them all the time. So it's like rearrange those thoughts and focus on you. So that energy, talking about like from your crown all the way down to your feet. Two most important things probably in your body: your like the top of your head, all the way your head, your heart, and your and your. They said like watch what you're putting in your body, like really and truly, like watch what you're putting in your body. Just like move. They say get up and move. Work out because you're gonna need that energy. So it's like breaking news. This is imminent. This is imminent. This is important. This is in the here and now. To clarify, that move is coming. It's coming in very strong. It's coming in with they said like all your hurricane force winds. So that move. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Fletcher Conjure? How are you? So that move is very very much so, and it's very much so coming in. Um, they're saying, very much so positive potential. Yes, we just talked about the clearing and falling away to make room for a new day. Check out the show family. Yeah, and if you are on YouTube, also check out Taros and Wheat Tarot Show. That's Tares and Wheat Tarot Show. She's amazing. got like a million subscribers, so for real. I'm gonna get my game up like that on YouTube. But yeah, so getting that fight or flight syndrome. I remember I learned about that in anatomy. About your sympathetic, your parasympathetic. I think one was like rest and digest. The other was fight or flight. So yes, it's active in a fight. It's active in a fight or flight. Yeah, so it's very much so active in the fight or flight. And the activity around you is about to pick up. They're saying something about being self-absorbed. But yeah, I know it just feels like the information is coming in, very, 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 very fast, and it's coming through like they're just saying, um, okay, so this is coming in from this is coming like from the God. This is coming in from God. So the heavenly regions, I'll say, I said that last time, and they restricted my yeah. So saying that if I be with you, then who can be against you? Although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, shall fear no evil, and all of that good stuff. So saying like whatever the what is it, the worm, that something about a worm, whatever the worm has eaten, I shall replace. I shall, well, whatever the because you've earned this. You've earned this. You're destined. This is your, you've earned this. This is your destiny. You have a new place coming. You really and truly have you have a new place coming. A multitude of the desires of your heart. A very much so strong multitude of very much so strong multitude of the desires of your heart. Like that. Remember the song by Saint? I said I like it that way, something like that. um, I think that's insane. I think that's probably the only song is I really like. Um, Oh, so this is what God and ancestor are saying to you right Yeah, so I mean to cut this on, but that's what I'm trying to say. That you're going to get it that way. You're really and truly you're really going to get it that way. You're marked by the Spirit. You're yeah. I know, right? I know. That's all telling people come to TikTok, and they acting weird over. That's why I'll be multi-streaming my butt off, man, for real. But anyway, yeah. So so nothing that happens or has happened was a mistake. It's for a reason, very high purpose. I know sometimes we may want a little bit more an explanation. Maybe if you're thinking about some stuff, you may have to just kind of sit and pray, like really and truly. Who was that in the Bible that wrestled with that angel? Man, was that Jacob? It was somebody. And I mean, they wrestled with that angel until the angel was like, "Man, let me go. Like I got stuff to do." And it was like, "Nope." Man, I don't know. My the other phones in a row, but I don't know. It was somebody in the Bible, and it's like, "Nope, not gonna let you go until you bless me." And that's what happened. I think he broken ribs and all. I'm gonna have to look up that story. Now, when if you ask me, yeah, the man, you remember you told us that? You remember you told us that story about you saw the angel that time? Yes, I did. Now, um, that was Gabriel, I think. That was an archangel. I wasn't there. Like, I saw that big tall being, look like 8, 9 feet tall. Well, man, look, I could be in the best shape of my life. There's just no way. I would be so humble. Like, hey, Mr. Gabriel, sir, can we talk for a second? Like, look, hey, I just need about a meal, just make it 10 in my account. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get way more than that. I'm with that, man. I am so with that. The struggle culture is so passe, like for real. And also moving forward, like just keep stuff to yourself. Something about your astros. Y'all have been astral traveling. Y'all have been picking up a lot of. They're saying the spirit of duality. So what's happening in the astral realm is going to be significant to what's happening to you, and I guess within our real time. Yeah, so what happened to you in the astral realm is going to be very prevalent to what is going to be happening to you because you've made some new friends. It seems you've made some new friends, some new acquaintances. You've met some powerful ancestors that are going to be coming in. That are going to be coming in. Okay, I'll hit you up after this. Let's But a lot of people, what I'm saying, I still see you next lifetime. Let me play this last song. Uh, okay. But before I do this, I will. Let me give me a second. But before I do this, um, imagine just having somebody spiritual in your life. I know sometimes people might look at it as taboo and weird, but imagine somebody who can. Imagine if you had the access to God, angels, other deities, to like light bringers and ancestors. You could go to them pretty much actually anything. Like you're that person, you can go to them and you imagine being a friend. Imagine having a friend like that, or friends. You know what I mean? And like you go to them and be like, hey y'all, let's come together and let's pray, or let's manifest something right quick, and it comes fast. And that is badass, man. Just think about that. Yeah, but I'm playing this because y'all gonna catch some people that they just gonna have to catch y'all on the flip because it's just like moving season, baby. It's moving season, right? Yeah, very much so. But that's where your discernment comes in, and all that. And that's not a one way thing. It's not right, and that's not a one way thing because you can be like, look, I really need your help. And that it's they're honest about it. You know what I mean? Like for real. It's not like you calling him asking him, "Hey man, uh, You think I could borrow, or you think you could hook me up? Like, nah, man, this ain't no hookup game. You better get your hookup looking. I'm just saying, man. Look, if I ain't got time for that. What the list in that thing? Anybody got time for that? Yeah, so yeah, but just to leave you with this, you're the catalyst for the greatest change that is coming next in your life. So, I'll be, again, so stuff is moving, changing, and all of that, like for real. Yeah, reciprocity, that's a big word, but yeah. And be open to the change, be open to the miracles, and be open to the blessings that are coming in to your life. So matriculation. Yeah. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead on and shut this down. I don't even know what the likes were at. I'm gonna just talking and talking. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I'll be back on here later on tonight. Same thing with YouTube, but I will catch you guys on